Hello everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to my channel Creations by Shubha, and today we are going to have some real fun. If you can see, I'm wearing these jewelry that I made out of dot mandala geometric pattern, the sacred pattern that we learned just a few days back. So let's do this jewelry pair together. Okay, so this is the earring. So I'm going to teach you today right from the scratch how to pick the jewelry elements, the cutouts, and I'm going to share what I used, what paints I'm using, and some tips and tricks. Of course, if you have already seen those tips in the last video tutorial, you will know. And then also I'm going to show you how to varnish, how to attach the connectors, and also the string and everything. Basically, whatever this whole jewelry piece requires, I'm going to discuss all about it today. Let's get started. So I wanted to show some of the pieces that I have already dotted. This is white on red. So I have painted these rondelles or donuts. These are wooden donuts, and I'm going to share the materials that I'm using as well. So this is a teal gradient on black. This is an ombre gradient effect from yellow to red on black. So this is how it looks. Okay, and then this one is white to saffron yellow gradient on red, and then there's another one. This is pink gradient on black. Okay, so this one is a little different. I have, on purpose, I have chosen a center off-centered. So if you look at this one, they look a little different, just for the sake of having fun. We can do a fresh new pair of jewelry today, and the earrings and the necklace, everything. Okay, so this is what I ordered from Amazon. These are the donuts, the wood pieces. These are the donuts, the wood pieces that I got in bulk from Amazon for the earrings. And this one is, I think these are 2-inch circles. Yeah, again from Amazon. 2-inch wood cutouts. Okay. For the connections, the connectors, I got these strings. These are, they say it is leather. I don't know if it's really leather or not, but they're really nice. They, if you look at this, the one that I'm wearing, it does not weigh too much down. That's exactly what I wanted. Like, I wanted it to just stay like this and not pull too much down. So these strings are little coated. So I'm going to mention the link in my description, so you can go check that out. So this is the connector. This is the string. So these are 2 different sizes of jump rings that I'm using. I don't know if you can see. Okay, there. A little bigger one and a little smaller one. These are connectors for the necklace part. These are like this. Okay, so this part opens up. This part will open up like this, and it'll go, this will go inside the hole and then you can just close it back up. Okay, and this is where the string goes in. Okay, so we're going to do that together at the end of the video. And then these are the ear hooks. Okay, and I have a set of extra chain in case you need a little longer length. So we can attach this portion of this cut and then attaching the piece to the necklace. Okay, these are some of the tools that I'm using. Since I'm not using any longer string or longer wire to bend it into round, to make it like a loop. So I'm just going to be using these. If I were to use a bead attaching, two beads on both the sides, or one bead on the on the top of this earring, then I would probably use another tool. It comes with a round. I don't have it now, but yeah, maybe in one of the upcoming videos I can cover that as well. So it's really a fun process, and I was into jewelry making big time many years back, and now I am getting back to it. So I'm really excited. So let's get started. I think I have already covered everything that we will need today, and of course we're not forgetting our dotting tools. These are the dotting tools that I'm going to be using. Just really the three tools that I can think of that we'll be using. One is a 3 mm cylindrical, 3 mm cylindrical tool, and then one is a fine dotting tool, and then one is just a regular, just a little thicker than the fine one. So I think these are the three tools that we're going to be using. Let's get started. So with all these colors that I already have, I think I do not have a violet. So I am going to use this as my main color, and maybe use pink to get the gradient going. Okay, so this is what I'm using, and then I have base painted the donuts and the round for the necklace. So I'm going to be starting with my white first, and white becomes the main color for the gradient. So I'm going to take my 3 mm tool and just like this. Okay, so I'm going to take the center, just eyeball, okay, and go like this. And then I'm going to use my baby pink mixed with the white to get my first gradient. So it'll be white to pink to purple. And I am dotting right in the middle of the two dots, and I'm leaving one and going for the next one, and then I'm coming back to it. That's the way to get a perfect circle of dots, and that's the way to get your pattern perfect. Your pattern will look very elusive if you do this. Okay, and it's recommended that you do both the earrings at the same time. Okay, I'll start adding a little bit of teeny bit of violet. So again, follow the same dot and then go for the following dot spot, and then leave and come back to the one that you left. Now I'm going to mix more of violet. Now that we're done with our earrings, and it's time for us to get going with our necklace. So I know that this is a 2-inch circle, so I know pretty much where the center is going to be like, and I'm just eyeballing. Okay, and also this is such a small space, so even if you go a little bit off, it's okay. It's not going to be much noticeable. Okay, so let's get going with the gradients again. I'm going to reuse the paints from my earrings, and I'll let the earrings dry up. So one thing I like to mention here is if you look at the gradients, you know, as long as the earrings are just the same, it's totally fine. But the necklace, it's okay if you do not follow the exact same gradient. The ideal process is to just go everything all at once. But if you are not able to do that for whatever reason, it's totally fine. I would say just don't sweat too much about it, and just follow the same colors to create the gradient. You just don't have to create with the same proportions. It's okay if they don't look exactly the same. Also, another reason why I say that is if you look at the number of rows of the dots here, they are going to be different in the earrings and the necklace, especially in this format, in the donut pattern, a donut and the round pattern, they're going to be different. So if you look at the dots, the number of how many rounds, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 rounds of dots that I have created, and I'm sure it's going to be more than 7 here. So you'll have to go a little, beyond of what you created as a gradient. So long story short, I would say just don't sweat about the gradient that you're creating for the pendant and the earrings. Okay. There you go. We have just finished the earring pair and the necklace. So as you can see, we have just finished the earrings, and this is my favorite color, the violet purple. And now let's get started with the connectors, how to join the connectors with this wooden pieces and make these as beautiful jewelry. Before we start connecting the wires, we have to varnish. So this is the varnish that I'm going to be using today. This is absolutely my favorite one, the bright tone. Yeah, high solids top coat. This is better than, the Liquitex that I generally use, the Liquitex satin varnish, either satin or the high gloss. Okay, so it's up to you what you want to use. My favorite is this bright tone bottle, definitely one of my favorites, because this will just leave a very solid coating. I would say it is less than a resin, more than the usual varnish that you come across. Okay, so, and because our violet beauty is still drying, so I'm going to be using another pair for varnishing and then connecting the wires. So this is how it looks. This is going to give a very glossy finish. You can also do a resin coating if you want. This is how it'll look. Actually, this is how it'll look once it dries up. So now that we have varnished our jewelry, so let's pick the string that we will use. So for this pink one, I think this will work out really well, the burgundy. So I'm going to just pick that string. So let me move these aside. Okay, so for this, I assume that the person who's going to be wearing is going to hold it with the right hand and clasp it like this. Okay, these are the things that I need. I need these connectors, the pendant connectors. Okay, so I'll have to open this up. Can you see? Okay, there. Okay, so I'm just opening this up like this. Okay, like this. Okay, and I'm going to be sliding it in. Okay, I need a little more. Just slide it in, and now you have to close it. Just lightly press. Don't press too much. Okay, this. Okay, looks like this is not going in, so I'll have to open the connector. So opening the connector has a trick. You do not open it, don't open it like this, okay? You have to open it on the side. So this is a connector that we're going to open it on the side. You just have to hold it strong with the pliers. You see how I'm opening it, right? This is how I'm opening it. Okay, so you just remove it and get this in and then put it back in. And then again, while closing it, you have to close it sideways. Do not open it apart. Just remember that. Okay, so that becomes your necklace like that. Okay, this is the pink one. And then comes the earrings. Okay, I'm using two kinds of jump rings, two sizes of jump rings. This is one and this is another. So let's learn it. Let's learn how to open the jump ring. So make sure you're not opening the jump ring apart. Okay, so you just have to pull it front to back. Okay, like that. Okay, and then pass it through the hole that you have for the donut. Insert the small one there. And then again, while you're closing it, you have to close it back to front. Front to back and back to front. If you're holding it side to side, then you're going to be using the front to back or back to front. But never do it side to side, like never pull them apart or you know, pull them apart. Yeah. So again, when you're opening this loop as well, you have to go side to side. Just remember that. That's it. You just have to close it. That's it. Your earring is ready. There you go. Your jewelry is ready. This is the pendant and this is the earrings. So I hope you enjoyed this session where we talked about how to do it from scratch, the earrings and the pendant necklace. So I hope you enjoyed the session, and do subscribe to my channel, share it with your artsy friends who would want to make some jewelry on their own, DIY jewelry. And of course, this is a fun activity, so please spread the word, share the video, and comment in the below section of what you want to learn in the next upcoming videos. Till then, bye bye.